Dodgers Nation, we've got a shocker. This is the kind of news that rattles the entire organization, shakes up the rotation strategy, and throws a giant wrench into what was supposed to be a championship-caliber plan for the season. Rōki Sasaki, the prized phenom, the Japanese superstar, the pitcher who was supposed to take Major League Baseball by storm in Dodger blue, is officially being shut down. That's right, Rōki Sasaki's throwing program has been paused. And the implications of that one move? Absolutely massive. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is a bomb. Sasaki is the guy many were calling the future of pitching. He was the ace in the making. The type of talent you build entire rotations around. And now, that future is on hold. Not just delayed but seriously uncertain. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts confirmed that after a cortisone injection to deal with discomfort in his shoulder, Sasaki won't throw for the foreseeable future. There's no exact timetable. No return date. And that, my friends, is the kind of uncertainty that can flip a whole season's blueprint upside down. Sasaki came into this year with sky-high expectations. And why wouldn't he? This is the same kid who was striking out batters like it was a video game back in Japan. The one with a fastball that touches triple digits and a splitter that vanishes like a ghost. Every scout, every analyst, every fan had one thing in mind: just wait until this guy gets into a Dodgers uniform. Wait until he faces major league hitters. Well, now we're all waiting. But not for dominance, no, we're waiting just to see him healthy again. So what happened? Let's backtrack. Rōki had pitched in 8 games this season. 8 starts. He tossed just over 34 innings. He was sitting at a 1-1 record, which really doesn't tell the story. His ERA? A bloated 4.72. And the walks? 22 of them. Only 24 strikeouts in all those innings. That's not the dominance everyone expected. In fact, those numbers raised eyebrows. But no one expected this. Not a shutdown. Not a full pause in development. Certainly not a cortisone injection and a medical timeout before July even hits. The Dodgers, of course, are staying diplomatic. Dave Roberts says they want to be cautious. And that's fair. After all, Sasaki is just 22. He's got decades ahead of him if handled right. But cautious doesn't win pennants. And when you're the Dodgers, when you've invested in a powerhouse roster, when fans are expecting a deep playoff run, when you've got the spotlight and the payroll that comes with it, you can't afford setbacks like this. Especially not in the rotation. Let's talk about what this means on the field. Sasaki was expected to be a mid-season weapon. Someone who could give you quality innings down the stretch, possibly factor into the postseason rotation, and let the Dodgers ease up on some of their older arms. That plan? It's done. Now the pressure shifts. Who's stepping up? The Dodgers are suddenly looking at names like Gavin Stone, Landon Knack, and Emmett Sheehan and saying, "Tag, you're it." These guys now have to do more than develop, they have to produce. Immediately. They're being asked to shoulder the load that was supposed to be shared with Sasaki. That's a tall order. And what about the veterans? Tyler Glasnow's been brilliant, but can he stay healthy? Bobby Miller's been dealing with his own issues. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is adapting well, but there's always the question of durability in a long MLB season. And then there's Shohei Ohtani. Everyone wants to know, is Shohei ready to pitch again? Because with Sasaki down, the temptation to accelerate Ohtani's return to the mound just skyrocketed. Ohtani was already doing the impossible, hitting like an MVP while rehabbing from surgery. The plan was to have him pitch later in the season, maybe post All-Star break. But now, that calendar might get moved up. If the Dodgers can't find help externally, they'll have to look inward, and Ohtani is the biggest ace they've got in reserve. His return just became urgent. Let's not forget the trade deadline. This news all but guarantees the Dodgers will be active, aggressive, and willing to make deals. Don't be surprised if names like Garrett Crochet, Shane Bieber, or even unexpected veterans from losing teams start surfacing in rumors connected to L.A. The front office knows it. Fans know it. You can't let a season like this slip through your fingers because of one injury. But that one injury Sasaki's has a ripple effect that touches every part of the roster. And let's talk about the psychology of it all. Sasaki was supposed to be a storybook. The next big thing. Japanese phenom joins fellow superstar Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers. The media machine was ready to tell that story all summer long. Now, that story's on pause. The team has to pivot. They have to find a new narrative. And that can't be understated because in baseball, morale matters. Momentum matters. Energy in the clubhouse matters. Losing Sasaki, even temporarily, is a blow to all of that. So what now? The Dodgers need answers. Fast. They need to figure out how to patch the rotation, how to survive the next 30 games, and how to realign their postseason dreams with one of their biggest arms sidelined. This might mean bullpen games. It might mean aggressive call UPS. It might mean turning to arms that no one had on their radar. And it might mean the Dodgers have to take some losses now to stay competitive later. This is where elite front offices earn their reputation. Andrew Friedman and his crew are already burning the midnight oil. They're on the phones. They're checking medical reports. They're calculating innings, scouting opposing rotations, and trying to figure out which struggling teams will be sellers in July. That's the reality of baseball. It's part game, part chess match, and part survival. And right now, the Dodgers are in survival mode. So where do the fans stand? Some are understandably frustrated. You invest emotionally in a guy like Sasaki. You buy the jerseys. You memorize his stats. You imagine the highlight reels. And now? You're staring at a stat line that's frozen, wondering when or if he'll throw another pitch this year. That's a tough pill to swallow. But Dodgers fans are resilient. They've been through this before. They've seen injuries derail seasons and watched their team bounce back. And that's the energy the Dodgers need right now. Stay loud. Stay locked in. Keep the faith. Let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about one pitcher. This is about how the Dodgers handle adversity. The best teams aren't the ones that avoid injuries. They're the ones that respond to them. They adapt. They overcome. They win anyway. And the Dodgers have the depth, the experience, and the talent to do just that. It's not going to be easy. But championships never are. And maybe this is the start of a new story. Maybe Gavin Stone becomes the surprise breakout star. Maybe Emmett Sheehan catches fire. Maybe the Dodgers pull off a genius trade that flips the script and turns this setback into an opportunity. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. That's baseball. And let's not forget Sasaki isn't gone forever. He's just paused. This is a precaution. A reset. A strategic timeout. He's young. He's got a long career ahead of him. And when he's ready, he'll be back on that mound, firing bullets and making hitters look foolish. The dream isn't dead. It's just delayed. But until then, the Dodgers